Hello everybody, my name is Master Sergeant Ibrahim Fornah, and I'm from Sierra Leone, originally Sierra Leone. I'm a member of the Air Force Reserves, and I've been in for about 13 years now. I'm currently the non-commissioned officer in charge of the optometry department at the 459th. I've been doing that for, like I said, almost 13 years, but I currently also work on the active duty side for the 316th. And I'm one of the flight chiefs for the TOPA flight. It's TRICARE operations and patient administration. I'll tell you guys this, when I moved to the United States about 16 years ago, almost 17 years now, I knew that's something I wanted to do. Because you know, when you grow up in Africa, you grew up in Sierra Leone, there's so much pride with the military out here in the United States. I mean, back home, what you know and what you hear is that, oh, I want to join the Army, I'm the Marines, kind of thing. Not until you get over here, and I understood that there are different branches of the military. So since I lived in Maryland and I was close to Andrews Air Force Base, about 5 years into me, since I moved into the United States, I decided it was time for me to join the reserves. I didn't want to go active duty because active duty means I would be moving around, and I already owned my own home in Maryland, so I didn't want to move. But the military made an opportunity and gave me that opportunity to where I could serve and still stay in the area. Stay with my kids so they can attend school and all of that. So my motivation was always serve, serve, serve. I always wanted to give back to the United States. I always wanted to wear this uniform very proudly and represent the government of the United States very well. And so the Air Force gave me that opportunity. And it's been splendid. It's been an awesome experience all through these years. Starting off from a senior airman all the way to a master sergeant. I mean, we're talking about E3 all the way to E7 today. And I have 2 more ranks left to make a chief. And I'm working towards that. When I came, of course, I had some education back home, but I decided to pursue school out here as well. I do have a bachelor's in health services management currently. With that, of course, there are tons of opportunities on the civilian side, to where I can be able to translate my military experience, into the civilian world. Because being in the medical field, which I've been doing for the Air Force in optometry, like I said earlier, helping out folks, especially with the flyers, to make sure they have their, glasses so they can fly those planes securely and safely. Make sure they get their gas mask inserts. That is what we've been doing. And I'm the flight chief of all the airmen in charge in that unit. So it's been a wonderful job, very fulfilling. Making sure that, flyers can fly us safe around the world, wherever we go, to deliver what the U.S. Air Force has to offer. So it's been a great experience, guys, and at this point in my life, I've traveled so many places, so many countries, and I'm not sure I would have traveled to those places if not for the Air Force. So there's a lot of opportunities there, and I've been very appreciative of the opportunity that I've gotten over the years. One of the most fulfilling part of me joining the Air Force is the fact that I even have my own son, my oldest son, who is now active duty. And I remember when I attended what we call ALS. And ALS is where from senior airman, for you to make a staff sergeant, E5, you have to attend that airman learning. If you don't go through that schooling, you would not be able to promote to staff sergeant. So I remember when I graduated from the ALS, it's a little bit of a big deal, and my son attended. Then he was probably like, 10 years old or so. And fast forward all the way through today's active duty, and he was motivated to join the Air Force, his security forces, and he's having a good time. You see, with the Air Force, like I said earlier, the great exciting opportunities that I've had in the Air Force, when I said something about the fact that I don't know if I would have gone to some of the places that I went. Last year alone, in May, I was in South Korea for like 2 weeks. It was a wonderful training, and I had an opportunity to fly with the pilots on the helicopters out there, learning and making sure we know how to respond to emergency situations, just in case, we have all this craziness going on, with the Russia and, Ukraine war, all these wars, right? And so we'll be able to respond in cases of casualties and stuff like that. That was a wonderful training. I would not have had that experience, if I was not in the reserves. And also, we're not praying that anything would happen, but just in case something happens, I know how to respond to disasters and stuff like that. So all of those trainings, and going back all the way through, I can remember going on what we call IRTs, individual readiness trainings. So what the government do, especially with the military, in areas where healthcare is lacking, like for example, in 2017 I was in Ozark Mountains. This is where it's in Arkansas. Very remote places where folks lack adequate access to healthcare, optometry, dental, all of that kind of stuff. So the military puts folks together from all these specialties, and we go there, we assist these doctors, with making sure these people get eyeglasses prescriptions, they get diagnosed for illnesses that they had, and they get treatment, and all of that kind of stuff. It's so fulfilling to be a part of stuff like that. And even when I went to Arkansas, I was given a plaque from the state governor at the time to say that I'm a goodwill ambassador for the state of Arkansas. I can go anywhere in the world and preach that I'm a goodwill ambassador for the state of Arkansas. So it's those kinds of experiences. And along the way, I've been, like I said, South Korea. I've been to United Kingdom. I've been to, all over the United States. Every year I go we go to one city or one state where we can go and impact the lives of citizens and civilians. That's what the military does. So a lot of people think when you say military, you go into war. No, I've never been to no battlefront. I have friends that have been to Afghanistan and all these other places, but at the same time, being in the military, you can give back to these communities because again, it's your taxpayer dollars. That's how we get paid, So last year, again, I was in Monroe, Louisiana. We had an IRT there, individual readiness training. We saw over 1,200 people within the community from all various specialties, optometry, dental, physicians, just, wellness check, behavioral health, mental health, all those kinds of stuff. So we had, professionals, doctors that are looking into all of that. And believe it or not, people need those services. And the military does that. It gave me that opportunity to be able to be a part of that. So it's a lot of opportunities out there, guys. You can do it. You can do it. It's exciting.